I'm going to tell you the positive EV secrets. Shh. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Billy C, and in this video, we're just going to talk about some of the positive EV secrets, sure. Expectations, things that I've experienced that can definitely help you along the lines if you're interested in positive EV betting or you're already currently doing it, might be able to help you out. So let's get into it. Okay. So for starters, everybody wants to know this. How much money can you actually expect to make with positive EV betting, right? Math's not fun unless it's finding out how much money you're making, right? So I have down here just pretty simple, just a little quick math because the numbers seem daunting. You know, if you've seen my videos before, I tell you about, you know, I gambled 100,000 this month or 130,000 this month, but it didn't start out that way. And so what I want to show you is a monthly wager, right? So if we wager $5,000 in a month, okay, and we divide that by 30, we get to around $167 a day. And if you're placing 20 bets, then you're really betting $8.33 a play. So first off, right off the hop, not that ridiculous, okay? Like $8 and change for a play. So just to keep that in mind. Typically you're going to make anywhere between 2 to 5%. That's the realistic expectations that I can set for you, right? So if you're betting $5,000 a month and a 5% return is $250 a month, okay? When we look at myself, and this is what I have here for my January, you can kind of see January I brought back a 4.32% return. February, almost 9%. Really, that's an asterisk month. It can happen, but it's kind of crazy. And then obviously March was the exact opposite. I brought back under 1%. And so far, even with my horrible April, and this is thinking that my future bets are all going to lose because I don't have any returns here, 3% at the very worst. That's if I lose my other 5 future bets. I don't win any of the bets tonight. Having currently a tough night tonight, possibly the worst night of the year. But I mean, that's gambling. I'm still up on the month, so it happens. So that's kind of the realistic return you can expect to get. All right. And a quick timeout that I want to let you guys know when I'm talking about bets here, I am simply talking about straight wagers. Straight wagers. Okay. You're betting Yankees money line or the over on the Warriors game or the under on the Kraken Avs game. Okay. I'm not talking about prize picks. I'm not talking about underdog fantasy, and I'm not talking about any type of parlays or parlay boosts. Okay. This is just straight wagers, what you can expect as far as a return with positive expected value. Okay. So, you know, these numbers, one thing I don't want you guys to think about, because, you know, this doesn't look too daunting, right? $8 a play. You know, if you're getting down 20 bets a day, that can happen. Okay. But I don't want you to set a certain number that you need to hit. So, if I bet $4,000 a month, I'm done. I'm out. Think of this as the ocean. Some days there's great waves. Other days there's not great waves. Okay. So just go with the flow. But I don't want you to have a concrete firm number that you want to hit. Okay. Number two, secret. Volume is everything. Naturally, volume is everything because it kind of reduces the variance over time. When you're betting with Pinnacle, the sharpest sports book in the world, and you're constantly getting an edge, you're constantly getting a better price than what all the other prices are in the market, plus you're beating the fair price, and you're doing this time and time again, that reduces your variance, okay? Now, for anyone out there that's like, hey, Billy, that's great, dude, but like, I don't have that kind of time in my life. I can maybe get 10 to 15 bets down a day. Is positive EV still for me? 1,000% it is. What I want you to understand, though, is you're going to deal with more variance. So you could easily have a day where you win 8 of your first 10 bets, okay? You could also have a day where you lose 9 out of your 10 bets. You could also lose all 10 bets. You're going to deal with more variance, but as you go day in and day out over the long term, you're going to see that edge work out for you, okay? So kind of leads me to secret number 3. It ties in a little bit with secret number 2. Okay. Look at it from a monthly view, not a weekly view. So don't be looking at it as, well, how much money can I make this week? Look at it as a monthly view. So if we go back to what I keep track of, okay, and let me give you a great example. March was a great example. So if I looked at it like in a monthly view, all right, from the 13th to the 17th, it was tough. It was a tough run, really tough. But then as you can see in between, before the 13th and after the 17th, I had great runs. So I would rather you look at it from a monthly view, because then when you start to accumulate those bets, you're going to really see that edge and that positive EV work, what everyone's talking about over on the OddsJam team. All right. So that's kind of my third secret. This secret, my final secret, is by far the most important one. And that is setting a realistic unit size. So I made a video earlier this week. I'll link in the description below of my strategy when I am on the positive EV tool. What am I looking for? Okay, how I see all these bets, I see all these plays that I should play. How much am I betting each size? So I'll link in the description if you want to check it out, because it's very important. I think it can really help guide you and set a nice path for you. Okay, setting a realistic unit size. So when I lock in my unit size, just for an example, let's say $100 is my unit size. So $100 on the 1st of March is my unit size. As you can see here in my note, my one unit size in the month of March was $200. Okay. No matter if I'm having a great run, like I did from the 9th to the 12th, or I'm having a bad run, like the 13th through the 17th, or I'm going back on a great run, the entire month of March, my unit size is $200. It does not change. I don't bet past $200. So if I'm putting a unit on a play, I'm betting Red Sox money line tomorrow, and I'm putting a unit, I don't put more than $200. I just put 200. If I'm going through a hot streak, 4 or 5 days in a row, I don't increase my unit size. And if I'm going through a losing streak, 5, 6 days in a row losing, I don't decrease my unit size. So you need to set a unit size that you're comfortable with. Comfortable with from a perspective of, hey, you know what? It's been a really good day on the sports calendar. There's a lot of action. There's a lot of EV bets out there. Hey, am I okay if, I'm betting $500 today? I'm comfortable betting $200 a day, but what if I bet $500 because there's just so many plays? Am I okay with that? Right? The problem, which it seems counterintuitive, but when you have a losing streak of 3-4 days in a row and you're like, you know what, maybe I should lower my unit size right now. Like I'm losing, this isn't good. I might not be able to buy lunch tomorrow. Then you don't have a good realistic unit size. And when you lower that unit size in the middle of the month, and then you do get on a 2 or 3 day winning streak, and you're like, well, I'm still in the hole. Like this positive EV stuff is a circus. It's for the clowns. That's because you lower your unit size, and it's going to take you that many more winning days to get back to where you were. So keep it the same throughout the month. So it might not be sexy, but that first month, start small so that you can kind of, all right, you get your feet wet. You kind of get used to the ebbs and the flows, the variances, because the variances, it's going to happen. You're going to have positive variances. You're going to have negative variances. You should have more positive variances than negative, but you need to be able to ride those waves. So what I don't want you to do is sign up with OddsJam and get on the EV tool, and you're like, hey, man, here we go. And then 3 of your first 4 days, boom, you're in the hole. And you're like, the last thing you want to do is lose all your money that you're out of the game. Out of the game meaning you can't bet anymore. You don't want to do that. So set it small, bet responsibly. All right. And then once you have a positive month, then up your unit size a little bit, up it a couple bucks, right? If it's $10, up it to $12.50 or $15. Don't go from $10 to $25. That's way too big of a jump. I don't care how awesome your month was. Don't do that. Set it little steps at a time. And then 3, 4, 5 months down the road, you'll look back at the previous months and be like, oh man, I'm betting way more. I mean, case in point right here. I gambled almost $37,000 in January. Fast forward to March, I gambled almost $135,000. Why? Because my unit size increased. Okay. So these are the secrets. This is what I think is what's most important that maybe you're not going to find out or hear a lot but you're going to have to experience it yourself. And since I've went through it, I figured it wouldn't be a bad idea to make this video and to help you guys out. As always, guys, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me on Twitter. Leave a comment. You know, if you like this kind of content, you like these types of videos, this isn't the prize pick plays or the sexy underdog plays. This is kind of me telling you, we're going to have a little sit down chat, and I'm just going to tell you how it really is and how I've experienced it. I'm more than happy to help you out. Let me know. But until next time, I appreciate you stopping by, and we'll see you at the next video.